Well, hello, coffee time friends. How y'all doing? It is coffee time. It is 5:20, and Mama is making the homemade pimento cheese. I had to beg her to wait. Mama, don't make it early. So here she is. She's waited long enough.
Yeah.
All right, Mama, show us that magic.
I'm just taking these diced pimentos, the whole jar, and pouring it in here.
And this is, let me show them.
And
Well,
that's a little big pieces.
You got your chopper. This is a 4 ounce. It's called sliced pimentos. These are not diced, Mama. They're sliced. So we thought sliced instead of diced. So you buy you some diced ones.
Oh, I thought them was awful big.
And that's 4 ounces. But they'll end up being the same thing. How much sugar?
A good heaping teaspoon of big one.
A good heaping eating spoon here. So this is like an eating tablespoon, like we dipped up with. So while she's mashing anyway, she might as well get that sugar going. That's just white granulated sugar. 1 big heaping tablespoon, stirring spoon, or probably the equivalent of a regular teaspoon if you measured it. Tablespoon, I mean.
I looked at them and I thought, Lord, that's way too big.
That it says sliced instead of diced. We picked up the wrong ones. This is Food Club, so this is from Food City.
Mm-hmm. So that means you picked it up.
Well, that could be, Mama. I could be the guilty party.
Mm-hmm. But they're fine right now.
Yeah, it's just a little jar of pimentos. It was one of my replacement runs, I guess, when I said, I know we use pimentos the other day for cheese, so Mama needs some more, and I just picked up one.
Yes, I'm just mixing that sugar all in there, dissolving it right now.
Now, the sugar will make it more watery. Now, some people will do away with that juice, but now that juice has got the same flavor. It's the pimento. Can y'all see, Mama?
I'm just got it all chopped up little in the juice. And the sugar is dissolved in there.
Waste not, want not.
Right.
So this is what you're looking for. Juicy pimento, all chopped up, ready to go.
And all I've been grating on my cheese.
This is the American cheese. Mama, show them the slices there for you.
Yeah, I've did the, well, I went blank. Velveeta cheese. I've done grated it. If you put it in the freezer, I've not had mine hardly long enough in the freezer to make it
before you grate it, not after.
To grate it good. So, and Johnny, if you'll take that spoon and coat that while I'm grating the rest of this cheese.
All right, so here we are, and this is our cheese. And I'm just going to stir from the bottom, fold it in kind of. This is Velveeta?
Most of that's Velveeta and some American.
Okay. And what you want to do is just coat all that cheese with that good pimento. Because this is going to get flavor in every bite. See, there's a big pocket of pimento. Now, if you want to, taste this right now. And you'll think, wow, that is good pimento cheese. Because the flavor's there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you want it to look like. All covered, nice and pimento-y. And that juice, as you can see, there's no juice in the bottom now. It's all soaking into that cheese. And your cheese will just feel, see how it's just loose? It's not clumping together anymore. You can stir it so easy. You'll know immediately that you've got it mixed in good. Now this is how Mama does her cheese. This is just the slices. You can buy it unsliced, of course, but we buy it sliced, and that makes an all-purpose cheese. You can use it for sandwiches, macaroni and cheese. You can grate it up for pimento cheese. You can do whatever you want to with it. Mm-hmm. It's going to take more cheese than you think originally. It won't make up a very huge thing. If you see somebody who's made up a huge thing of pimento cheese, they've grated a lot of cheese. And we have a grater and we have all that, but Mama won't use none of that. She says, I go old school, same school she's always went to, and she won't.
Yeah.
See those slices, how she's doing them?
I just ain't had them in the freezer long enough. I didn't think about it till it was late.
You don't want to freeze them solid by any means. You just want to get them good and firm.
So you can handle them good. Stir that cheese up while you're sitting
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
Coat it.
See, you can tell the one that's not. It's clumpy, it's not loose. But once you start getting it in there and getting all that mixed in, you'll see the difference. You'll feel it. You ever hear your granny or your mama or somebody say that you can feel it when it's ready, or you can feel the difference in dough and different things? Same with this. Maggie's in here for her Everybody I'm Drinking Water video.
Do you think that'll be enough for no more?
Yeah.
I'm not going to grate that other little hunk of cheese then.
Do you want me to grate it for you?
No, that's enough. I'm not going to make enough to...
Well, we just got one jar of pimento in there, so if you grate much more, you're going to have to...
add more.
Yeah. You can't really put too much pimento if you want to use the big jar. In fact, I may start buying the big jar, which is, what, a 6-ounce jar?
I don't know. Where we down here at our store, we just have that one size.
Just that one size. But if I get out, I'm going to buy the bigger jar because I like a little bit more pimento.
I can put 2 in it always.
Yeah. Seems like 2's a lot, but...
Okay, now you can...
That looks delicious, Mama.
Okay, put that in there. I'll clean off my knife and stuff.
To me, if there's a key part to it, it's this right here. Mixing your pimento and your cheese before you put your mayonnaise. And you can let it set a little while, not too long, but it'll all absorb in there.
You can tell immediately it's coating the cheese.
Oh, yeah. And it tastes good. If you were to taste of it right now, you would say, that is good pimento cheese without any mayonnaise. You're going to be surprised how little mayonnaise it'll take for this huge bowl of pimento cheese.
And this is the last. And now it's just cleaning time.
And it ain't bad. Cleanup time ain't bad. So we're using our JFG mayonnaise in this. That one of y'all bought me. I forget who. I don't call a name because I can't remember exactly. But that I had not had JFG mayonnaise in years. I don't know why. My granny always used JFG mayonnaise. Mom used Hellman's, Duke's, or JFG. Did you use JFG, Mama?
Oh,
or was that
yeah,
just
for years.
JFG mayonnaise too?
Mm-hmm.
And
Used to. That's about all we had around here.
then when we started getting Duke's, we started using. We still have to go out of town to get Duke's. But that JFG mayonnaise, I'm glad to get reintroduced because it's very good. You ready to put your mayonnaise?
Yeah, as soon as I get my cheese cleaned up here.
She's got to clean first. But that's good to let your cheese and your pimento set for just a few minutes. Let them all marry together. Let that flavor and that taste get in there. Ain't nothing wrong with that because it's delicious. Hello, John and Mama. Hey, Marsh. Mama, what's your drop? Was it the set out of your ring?
No, I don't even have my rings on.
Oh, love Hellman's mayonnaise. We do Hellman's. We have the Hellman's and there's Kraft. I don't know how we got stuck on Duke's. I think it's the twang, but it is a Southern mayonnaise tradition.
You get one of those spatulas, get that.
I might have liked it the best and started getting us on it years ago. Because it ain't like Mama to switch.
No, I don't.
But we've
I don't
always...
switch on nothing usually after I start.
We have always had JFG salad dressing.
And I always used to yours. And
Hey, Beth.
You'll have to have a long spatula to get that out of that jar.
I won't. No, ma'am, I won't.
Well, you're going to have it all over the house.
No, ma'am, I won't. I'm going to show you and everybody else. You just have to know how to trick it into not getting on your handle. You just tell me how many you want, and you'll have them handle, clean, and free.
No.
How many would you like, Mama?
Oh, I don't know. We'll just have to put till we get
So
it.
we're going to put one heaping measuring spoon, which would be about a tablespoon. And we're going to try that.
I know that's not enough.
I don't know, Mama.
No, it's not near enough.
So we'll do 2, but that's probably going to be enough. Look how creamy it gets so quickly. Now you may have to add more tomorrow, but look how creamy and delicious. You want more, Mama?
It wouldn't hurt to have a little more right down in there. I didn't get it coated good.
Okay, we want to coat it good. One more whole one?
Yeah, we'll try that. That's 3.
3 tablespoons in that whole big
Well,
thing.
that's a soup spoon, so I don't know if it's...
It's a good size. I mean, it's probably, we could have measured through. That's plenty right there.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, the amount that I make is about a half of that, and I use 1 good tablespoon for all of it.
We're getting there.
But that's it.
Can I borrow your spoon, or can you rake that off?
Uh-huh.
That's a staying on there. It's not getting mixed together.
Go right ahead, Mom. You want to wipe this off now?
Yeah.
Return the favor and clean that spoon, Mom.
Yeah, we'll clean it off.
Now, some people put salt in it. We used to because it kind of brings out the flavor, but cheese seems to be saltier than it once did. Mom, where are you going with this spoon?
I'm going to put it on.
Who's going to taste this?
Oh, well, you can use it to taste
I
it.
started saying, now, Mama, there has to be a taste tester, and that's the reason I showed that.
Now, well, that's the reason you come on time.
That's right. Look at that. Now, that's beautiful, and it will taste wonderful. I don't even have to guess. I know it'll taste wonderful.
And you can tell that juice is in there because none of the cheese is real yellow. It's got a, what do you want to say, a pinkish cast or something to it.
Yeah. Can y'all see it good? Let's bring you right on downtown. Look there.
Now just let it set a few minutes.
I'm going to wipe off my spoon because if I don't, I'll be tasting all mayo.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, now you can dip it out with that one.
Okay. Let's pull y'all up here where you can see. See something, see something. All right. Here we go. Even though this has just had the mayo on it, I'm going to transfer it over. You learn, if you don't want to dip a spoon in something, you do it that way.
That is the correct way to taste.
And Mama will make you do it that way.
Is use the stirring spoon to put in your spoon. You don't
What she
put
says.
other
It don't matter if it's clean out of the drawer.
No, that's not the correct way to do it.
She's strict. But once it had that mayo on it, she don't want it in there. Even though she put mayo in there.
But that's the proper way to do it. The nice
The
way.
proper way. You don't
The
do it
nice
the proper, nice way.
You're knocking it.
No, I'm not. You try to share and she gets it mad. All right, Mama, here we go. I'm going to try. It's delicious.
I go.
It's delicious, Mama.
Oh, sure.
It really is. It's just perfect. You didn't need any salt. You didn't need anything else. The mayo's...
No, I don't. Yeah, I think it's plenty salty enough.
Oh, yeah, and the mayo is just perfect in
The
it.
cheese is, I don't know if it's me or if it's the cheese itself, but I think it's very salty nowadays than what.
It is much saltier. This don't need salt. This is delicious. It's perfect. You want a sample?
No.
No?
Oh, if you say it's all right, I'll take your word.
I say it's your famous pimento cheese that I'm tasting.
I believe we got enough. We got pink and red all in it, so
Very good.
we'll give it a few minutes to set, and then we'll make our sandwiches.
A few minutes to set. Marry them flavors. Let's see what y'all are saying. Is anyone getting questions? Mama is right. Always. I don't know what you're even saying, Connie, but I'm going to agree with you.
I'm right, though.
You play too much with Mama, Ariel. Oh, Mama likes it. Mama's going to give you a whipping. Yep. My mama was that way too. Looks wonderful. Debbie, it is wonderful. Did y'all get to sit close? That's Mama's famous pimento cheese.
It's simple. Not too hard to make. The worst part is grating the cheese.
It's grating the cheese. And you know what the best part is if you have a Tupperware cheese grater that you just put in the top and crank it out. Don't you wish you had one, Mama?
I think I do.
But if you want to be hard-headed and not ever move along with change, and
I'm old school.
then you just use your old grater and you grate it by hand.
I'm hard-headed. I tried.
We used the stand mixer the other day. I got it sits right over there. Y'all can't see it. It's just behind the camera. It's right behind where y'all sit. I got it off and just simply moved it over here. We used it. I moved it back, washed up the things, and she said, now see, it'd been easier for me to use my hand mixer. But she said, that old thing's so hard to lug and tug. I said, I moved it. You didn't have to, and it wasn't that heavy. But I'm going to start using it because I like to use it, but some people don't want to use it.
When you're what is it? Oh, sad.
Sot.
Sot. When you're sot
in your ways. That's an old saying. She's sot in her ways. I mean, she's set in her ways. She does things her way and her way only. But most of the time it's handy. Mama does do most things good. Yeah. It's just sometimes she beats herself up with extra work.
I can get my hand mixer out and have it mix what time you're getting that out.
But Mama, it's not as quiet and it's not as easy.
I know it.
And it don't mix as well.
I mix mine. That turbo mixer.
Oh, that turbo mixer turns it into
whatever. It does good.
Total mush.
I think I'll get those plastic sheets, cutting sheets, put the sandwich on.
Oh, the cutting boards?
Yeah.
I did not think what you were talking about. Yeah. Cutting sheets.
Well, they're not the boards.
It's those thin, right there it is, Mama, behind you.
This is the bigger ones. So.
Oh, she's got all kinds of these little things. Y'all have those little sheets. She calls them cutting boards, thin plastic ones.
This is big enough to put sandwiches on.
She likes that.
The cutting
Thanks for those stars, Yvonne. You're so sweet.
The chore board is too little to stack up sandwiches.
Ingredients, please. Nancy King. Ingredients are just what they say they are right there. Pimento cheese and mayonnaise. That's the only thing that goes in it. There's not another spice.
That's a pimento, John.
There's not another spice. There's nothing else. She grated up about a half a pound of Velveeta and a half a pound of American.
It's about a 2-inch square Velveeta, I think is what I had.
About a half a pound.
Yeah.
So a half a pound of Velveeta, a half a pound of American cheese, 1 4-ounce can of diced pimentos. These say sliced, but I would use diced.
I had to dice them.
And 1 tablespoon of sugar in that. And mix it in good, let it set, get it all the liquid back to liquid. Take that pound of grated cheese, stir it in that pimento with the juice. Don't waste a drop of none of it. You put the juice and everything right in there. Coat all that cheese with all that pimento and all that juice. And then in this batch, in this amount, she used 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Use what mayonnaise you want to.
I fixed,
You fixed
3 of those spoons you had.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
That's what I just said.
Tablespoon of sugar, juice and all, pimentos. And I was so silly years past, I didn't use the juice of the pimentos, and I found out it helps it. It gives that flavor all through that cheese.
Yeah, and why waste it? What do y'all do with your juice? You just throw it away?
I used to drain them and put them in the oven. Use a lot more mayonnaise.
There's a lot of things we don't drain that says drain so and so. Now black beans, we always drain them and rinse them.
Oh, yeah,
if we have a recipe that calls for pineapple and it says drain it,
most likely
we ain't gonna drain it. If we do drain it, we're gonna drain it and use it for something else. Mama, you're way over. We're in the wrong spot.
I'm in the other room, Dana.
So when you're making stuff, be your own judge. That juice is flavorful. If you're adding liquid to something anyway, then that is just a good idea to use that instead of adding extra liquid to it.
And canned stuff, if you use the juice to cook it in, that's where the minerals and vitamins and
now some things like green beans in a can, I want to rinse them, drain them. But like if it's...
I don't like canned green beans.
No, not our home can. But in a metal can, sometimes I do rinse those out. But corn, I usually don't drain corn either.
Are we going to make a sandwich and try it?
Is that what you want? Did you make anything to go with it?
What? No, we're not.
You going to toast us some bread?
I wasn't planning on eating it here. I'm taking these.
Yeah. Mama, if we ain't got nothing else, we'll just say goodbye and let these folks go and fix them some supper. Yeah. It's supper time here in the South.
I reckon it is.
Do y'all do breakfast, supper? Do y'all do breakfast, dinner, and supper? Or do you do breakfast, lunch, and supper? Or breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
I think dinner is later. Because on all those old shows, they go to eat at 8 and 9 o'clock.
Supper is later.
Supper's later. Oh, we had breakfast, dinner and supper. We had any.
The dinner hour's noon here.
Yeah.
Lunch came along later in our.
I didn't know lunch until we went to school. Had lunch hour.
And like Papa had a dinner bucket for his
dinner
lunchtime. I guess the proper is breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, supper. Supper's usually 11 o'clock meal or 9 o'clock meal at night. So we have in the South just switched it all around and we do breakfast, dinner, and supper.
Oh, we didn't have, we would never had a supper meal because we worked and stuff and be in bed by then.
Yeah, by 9 o'clock you're in the bed.
Yeah, when we was growing up, or 9:30.
9:30 you was in bed?
In the winter we was. In the summer we'd be out more.
Well, see, that's kind of here. Like, you know, now it's almost 6 o'clock and it's still daylight, but it's 7:15, it'll be dark, or 7:20. But in the summertime here, with the current time the way it is, it's daylight at 9:30. You can still see. I mean, it's still, you can be out in the yard working at 9:30 at night.
We'd be playing at night when it's light.
So in the summertime, I think bedtime is around 10:30 or 11 for a lot of folk. But in the winter, when it's cold and dark, and it gets dark here at 5:30, we've had enough darkness that we need to go to bed before too late. But now I'm gonna tell y'all, ain't no shame in my game, none. In the summertime, when it's daylight at 9:30, sometimes I'm in the bed before dark. That's fine with me because I'm up way before daylight. I'm the one that wakes the sun up most of the time.
You wake the rooster up so we
I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, Mama, and the sun didn't even show up for a couple of hours.
I know it. It didn't show up till 6:30 or almost
7. Yeah. So, it's not that unusual to go to bed before dark in the summertime. We call it going to bed with the chickens, and the chickens go to bed at dark, whatever time of year it is. So if it's 5:30, they go to bed at 5:30. If it's 9:30, they go to bed at 9:30. They go to bed.
They go to roost when it gets dark.
When it gets dusky dark, you'll see them looking for a place to light. And that's where you hear, find you a place to light. That means like birds. Birds light at dark, and they want you to find a place to light. But I'm in the summertime. I'm more apt to be up at 10:30.
Oh yeah. When we was young.
And y'all are going, Wow, I'm just not even getting started to go to bed before 11:30, John.
I go lay down and then I watch Perry Mason at 11:30 to 12:30.
I pretend like I do that.
But you fall asleep.
Yeah. Like if I go to bed and turn the TV on, then I'll wake up in an hour. It'll wake me up and I have to turn it off. I go to bed with the Waltons and I wake up with Gunsmoke.
Oh, wow.
Or something. I don't even know what it is. I really don't even know what wakes me up.
You up? You don't wake
I
you
just
up
something louder than the Waltons is all I know.
Well, that would wake you up because they do shooting.
Usually it's some loud noise or some laughing or something. I'm like, who is that? What is that? What's going on over there? Mm-hmm. So I don't know what even comes on after the Waltons, to be honest with you, because I never get to see the end of the Waltons. I can tell you the beginning of a lot of them. I just can't tell you the end of hardly any of them because I'm asleep.
You're a good boy. You used to, wasn't that way when you was little?
Lordy, no. Used to, when I was little, I'd be up at 1 and I would start counting. Like when I was in college, I would count the hours. And then when it got to a certain point, I'd just stay up. You know, like I'd say, if I go to bed right now, I can get 3 hours sleep and that'll be fine. And then I'd say, if I go to bed right now, I can get 2.5 hours sleep. And after that point,
you say, what's
I said, I just go take a shower and get ready for school. And there was lots of days I'd go 2 days without sleeping. That was nothing in college. Not now, no sir, no ma'am. I'm in the bed.
That's when your bones and body was young.
That's when my body wasn't in control. My mind was. Now my mind thinks it's in control, but my body says, "You better be finding you a place to land, boy. We going down." I think about the plane that landed in the Hudson and Sully said they was telling him to come back to the airport, and he said, "We'll be in the Hudson."
We'll be in the Hudson.
That's the way I am. I'm like, I'll be in the bed or wherever I'm at. I'll be in the chair. Where I gotta find a landing spot because I'm gonna go sleep. Mama, you got anything else?
No, this was it. This was short, sweet, and easy.
Short, sweet, good to eat.
Yeah.
Y'all got any questions before we go? Breakfast, dinner, supper. Breakfast, dinner, supper. That's what we have. Is that pimento cheese recipe in the cookbook? Tina, it is not. But when we do our cookbook, Mama's pimento cheese and all that stuff will be in that cookbook.
I don't know if that'll ever happen. You'll have to hire you a secretary to do that.
Mama, you can get to typing.
Oh, no.
I'll get the old typewriter out. We are wanting to look into doing a cookbook. I gotta get some stuff together.
You sure it's not in this cookbook?
Your pimento cheese?
Yeah. I thought it was in one at the time.
I don't know, Mama.
Might not be.
I may have told y'all wrong, Mama says. Let me look.
I thought I put it in one, but we've made 2 of it.
Are you making up stuff like you do sometime, Mama?
No,
when I say one thing, you say something different?
No.
This and that.
Pimento cheese, see what that is, 56.
That's not yours.
No, it's not.
I didn't think it was yours. This pimento cheese that is in the book is 1 pound block of American cheese, 5 ounces evaporated milk,
No, I never put
1 jar of Pimento's Miracle Whip. This is not Mama's.
Mm-mm.
Mama's is not in this book.
No. My mistake.
Some people do put milk in, and it's good, but this is not that one.
And some people put some pickle relish in theirs, and I don't like that.
I hate pickle relish in it. And I'll tell you who put pickle relish in it. And I didn't like hers, and I would tell her. And she would say, "Oh, you don't know what's good." My granny, she would put pickle relish in it. And I never did like her pimento cheese.
No.
And she'd make it, and the next day it tasted more like a pickle than it did a pimento. And I'd say, I don't want a pimento cheese. "Oh, you like pimento cheese?" "No, Granny, I don't really like pimento cheese." Then she'd see me at Mama's, and she'd say, "I didn't think you liked pimento cheese."
Just not with pickles.
"I don't like pickles in it, Granny." "Oh, you don't know what's good."
That's her for sure.
But I didn't like it at all. I like about everything she cooked. There was 2 or 3 things, though, that she just ruined with some craziness. And I said, Granny, I don't like that. Oh, you don't know what's good. She would make all kinds of different stuff. It was absolutely delicious. But when it comes to pimento cheese,
and in her soup, she put pork and beans.
Oh,
and you didn't like them,
no.
but your daddy did.
She would put in her vegetable soup, her delicious homemade vegetable soup.
It was good till she'd do that on the last.
And then she'd put 2 or 3 cans of pork and beans in it. You don't like that. You don't know it if you've never tried it, but just take my word for it. I love pork and beans. I love soup. I just don't think the two should ever go together.
No.
It's kind of like using a hairdryer to blow dry your hair. I do that, but I'm not going to put it in the shower. You know, you take a shower, you blow dry your hair. The two things should never be done at the same time. Same thing with vegetable soup and pork and beans. And my poor old daddy, he loved his mama's soup. So my mama would have to make vegetable soup and then put him some out in a kettle and add a can of pork and beans to it. And we knew that was with and without. It don't taste like a pork and beans been added. It tastes like it's ruined.
I don't like it.
What does it taste like, Mama?
I don't know. I just never did eat it.
You wouldn't think it would, but it takes it to another place. It's not good. Not good at all.
No.
All right, folks. My granny will haunt me in my dreams.
Yeah,
she'll say, you don't know what's good. I wouldn't like it. No, Deborah, trust me. Don't even try it, folks. You can love pork and beans and you can love vegetable soup, but the two should never be in the same pot.
I like cold pork and beans. It's right out of the can.
I like baked beans.
Pork and beans. I even like the pork and beans with the hamburger meat.
Yeah.
Stuff. But not no soup.
Vegetable soup. It gives it a burnt, awful taste or something.
I don't know. Too much. It's not really a tomato. It's like a.
I don't know, but don't do it. Don't do it. But this pimento cheese, do it. It is delicious. Give you one more shot of it. Now, don't judge us. We've not cleaned that bowl, but that bowl ain't going nowhere but to the sink. Mama normally wouldn't have a nasty bowl around the edges like that.
Not if you took it somewhere. You'd have to put it in a clean bowl.
But she's going to put it in another bowl before we go into it. All right, folks, we're going to go. We're going to say thank you 1,000 times for being here with us today. Thank you for putting up with us. We appreciate you. Have a great evening. Beth, you too. Please pray for me as my uncle. Aww. Let's give prayers to Robert Sumner. His uncle's passing away.
Oh, wow. That's true.
Robert. That's so sad. Let's do remember his uncle. Y'all send Robert some love and prayers, folks. I've lost some mighty fine uncles, and it hurts.
Sure
my mama used to put pork and beans in spaghetti. It was horrible. Roseanne, I'm going to take your word for that. I ain't never putting it in spaghetti either. Yeah. I don't know what it is about pork and beans. They just don't blend well. Now the hamburger and pork and beans is pretty good, but most things you blend, just don't blend well. You're right.
No.
All right, folks. You all have a great evening. Lord willing, we'll see you back here tomorrow, Thursday, Friday Eve, and we'll cook up something or make something, or we might be having pimento cheese and homemade chili or something. Oh, Mama, that would be good.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll have. I'm just talking off the top of my stomach. That sounds good. Bye, folks. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Mama, say good night to the folks.
Good night, Mama. God bless you and so. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.